Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 23 of Impact Makers. Well, Dustin, busy season must be upon us. Starting to notice on CPA social media a little bit of snarkiness, and there's snarkiness is twofold in my opinion. I'm gonna get this to a question to post to you, but the two things I like. One is it's good for good humor. I get a good chuckle, but then on the other hand, on the opposite end of that, I do have a little palm to face moment sometimes where the CPAs posting on social media tend to be blaming their clients instead of finding opportunities. And I know you share that same thing. So let's unpack that a little bit. We're big social media fans, obviously. Posting the impact makers out on LinkedIn and Twitter and the like. But when you see upcoming, busy season, upcoming, and you start seeing the snarkiness, what are some thoughts that come to mind in your mind there?
So I almost have the same reaction as you. First off, it's funny reading them as you're going through just checking Twitter or whatever, or looking on LinkedIn. There's some good humor out there, but as you let it digest and think about it more, I would recommend looking at it and turning it into an opportunity instead of a frustration. I know it's easy to go and vent on social media about something dumb that your client has done, but instead of using that as your avenue, that's not really solving any issue. That's not changing the future outlook or objective that you're trying to accomplish. And instead, we can turn inward. One of the things we often say to our CPA firm clients that we do lean projects for, rule number one: stop blaming the client. If you have a process where you find that your clients are not performing to a certain level, what is it that you can do to make it easier for the client to do business with you, and get back to that question. So you're frustrated. Okay, so the client didn't review something that they should have reviewed before they signed off on it. What could you have done differently? And as we, I know it's cliche, and you and I aren't really big into cliches, but some people for 15 plus years now like to call the upcoming 2 to 3 months opportunity season and not busy season. So let's go with that. If you look at the next few months as opportunity season, when a lot of work's going to get done, if you truly want to get beyond just the compliance and be that advisor to your clients, let's use tax returns for an example. Why are we just, and we fully agree with, sending the 8879, the tax return 8879, through an automated program like a Safe Send Returns to be digitally signed. That's so much easier for the client, a great digital client experience. We love all that. But why aren't we building in a touch base there with the client, even if it's just 10 or 15 minutes, a Zoom or Teams call, or just a phone call, or a drop in and stay socially distanced, and just contextualize for the client what just happened in the last year and what is in the tax return. We can't just assume that they know what all of the numbers mean and they know what they're signing off on, that the work that you've done. That's a great opportunity to flip the script there and offer more of an advisory service to the client, contextualize them, give them a dashboard, or even just go through the 2-year comparison. So that's how my thoughts turn from, hey, it's a good laugh, to when I see those social media posts, to actually this is an opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, you gave me chills there for a second, because it reminds me of the opportunity that all CPAs have these days with their compliance and where technology has brought us to this point. We don't really need, you don't need as a CPA an intake meeting. That's really, when you look at lean, that's a waste. You really should be leveraging technology to making it easier for your client to give you access to their information, whether it's through an online organizer, your portal, whatever it is. Instead, you should have a debrief meeting that focuses on the contextualization. You should, if you're going to have a meeting with the client, why not have it when the results are in, and talk about what happened. Create, like you said, create a dashboard one or two things that contextualize what happens. And if you pick up on with the client, they're confused, maybe we missed something. Maybe they gave you a bad piece of information. So, instead of, kind of doing the dump and run, that comes up in some of our, from an internal perspective, it comes up as a review perspective. Prepare just, did their best, dump and run to the reviewer, and then the reviewer does their comments and, dump and run back to the preparer. Too many times we see that happens at the client level too. We come close to a deadline, we send it out through our portal or through Safe Send Returns, and we just hope that 8879 comes back and we don't have any questions. No, turn that into the opportunity. Have a debrief meeting. Instead of that intake meeting, have the debrief meeting.
Well, and the intake meeting really should have been happening sometime back in the prior year, in the fall, as the planning meeting. You should know exactly what, you should know, right. Have a good idea of what's coming in, that type of thing. So you're absolutely right then. The value comes in at the end to contextualize the results.
Yep, so there you have it. As you begin busy season, as you embark upon it here, turn it into opportunity season. We know that sounds cliche or could be cliche, but it's your opportunity to contextualize things for your clients. Instead of looking for ways to blame them, that means if something's happening, that means there's an opportunity to do something better. So let us know what you think of opportunity season here, and how to turn some snarkiness. I'm all for some good humor, but don't miss out on the opportunity that some of it presents. So until the next time.